beaten by lesser teams in the past 2 weeks. He looks like Ace Jack to you.
Well, doesn't he kind of?
No.
Not at all.
Maybe.
Just kind of the baby face.
I didn't see it until now. Thanks a lot. Terry's telling me, the coach of the football team, that I'm forced to follow now because the Seahawks suck.
Yeah.
The New York Jets, born and raised on them, Terry. They're coached by a man that looks just like Ace Jack to her.
I said Ace Jackish.
He looks Ace Jackish was her exact quote. Thanks a lot, Terry.
Well, next time you watch him play, you can just kind of see whether I'm right or wrong. And
Kind of forget I ever met you.
all right, great. Super.
How's Ace Jack doing with his blog there, Pasty?
Yeah.
Yeah, some fascinating, interesting, blow you across the room, blow your hair back kind of stuff, or what? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ace Jack took over the blog space for Bikini Dave, who,
Yeah, that lasted all of what?
I don't know what
3
happened
weeks?
there. I still didn't get the report on that, but that's all right.
Yeah. I was started out fast and furious and then
And then
just
fell off the
fizzled.
wayside? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I have
don't
no
know.
idea. Probably, no computer.
All right, you ready to attack a Tuesday, Terry?
I am.
You know, I demand to hear from Dump Truck Guy today. Okay?
Yeah.
He called us in his time of need. You know what? Now I'm getting to a time of need from me towards him. So,
Kinda, yeah.
doesn't have to be now.
Wow.
Doesn't have to be in the 7 o'clock hour. It has to be before 10 o'clock. Put that on your things to do list. Actually, grab a piece of paper, write things to do on top of it, and then put it on it. Man has never had a things to do list in his life at the show.
Oh, come on.
Maybe at home, buy clean underwear.
Right.
She's shaking his head. No, never needed to buy clean underwear.
Because Mama always makes sure he has them.
Put some stuff in the refrigerator besides leftover teriyaki and a half a bottle of water that I got from the teriyaki place.
Right.
Yeah. This is the life of a bachelor.
I know. Yes, it is. Pretty good life.
Yes.
He's like, yes.
Decide whether I'm going to fly Brandy out or fly to Brandy.
You know what buttons to push early in the morning.
Yeah, what is up?
How is that a button? I don't understand.
It was a button last time.
I know it was a button, but I still don't get how it was a button. If he likes her, isn't that nice?
I don't get how it was a button last time either, but I knew it was.
She hasn't been in a while.
Okay.
She's kind of been laying low in the Terry Cam chat room.
Hasn't been seen since that day?
Well, she's been seen, but very rare. Now it's gotten to the point where it's very rare, and she won't even get on cam.
So is it more of Pasty saying you make my life hell, stay out of here, or
I don't
more
know.
of let's keep our relationship secret? They'll never notice you drifted away.
Someone shine the spotlight on me.
Wouldn't that shine the spotlight harder on him if she conveniently went away after the big to-do that happened a few weeks ago?
You would think, but she just, every now and again. But it is, she used to be quite the regular.
Right.
But ever since that little blow up.
I would think Pasty's brighter than telling her, hey, if you go away, then they won't question me.
Right.
It would be much more obvious if she just drifted away conveniently right after the big,
I gotcha.
So I don't know what's going on there.
I don't either.
I can ask him a point-blank question, but it depends on whether you think we'll get an honest answer or not.
Of course not.
I could ask a very simple, non-invasive question.
Yes.
But it still depends on whether he lied to us or not.
Right.
But I'll do it anyway.
Okay.
Have you had communication with her, let's say, more than twice over the past 3 weeks?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Well, that's
So Terry hasn't, but you have?
Yes.
So you're not brighter than I thought. You've basically, then it makes us believe that scenario 2 is more likely, that you told her to go away and will not notice, and then you can try to embark on a relationship in private.
No, that's not the case.
All right, then what have you guys been discussing?
Well, we've been talking, but she's just been super busy this month.
Oh, that's what it is.
Swamped with everything, and
so that's why she's not on Terry Cam, because she's super busy, but she makes time for you in off hours.
well, we'll play a lot of tag with the phones, and talk to each other for.
Now it's time for you to play tag with other things. Don't you think? Graduate to a more sophisticated adult game of tag, or what?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
I just tagged your puss. How'd that feel? Maybe that's where you should go.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Think about that. Okay. It's early on a Tuesday, Terry. We'll come back.
Really
we'll
early.
get things started right after these words.
TManShow.com.
I like the handsome man that the Huskies just hired as their new head coach, Terry.
Saw him.
Same age as Hot Shot Scott.
Whoa.
Hot Shot Scott riding the wave of of happiness and how high it was being one of the assistant coaches for Issaquah in their state final. And as soon as the wave is hit its peak, he has to be reading about some guy 6 months younger than him becoming the head coach of the Huskies, his team.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little unsettling.
I'm sure it is.
Just a tad bit more unsettling it might be for Tyrone Willingham. Not that he has to much to say when you go 0-12. You
True.
really can't say anything, but you go 0-12. But tell me it ain't a final kick out the door in your ass when they hire a 34-year-old, unexperienced, white dude who's telling everyone, I want to open the practices exactly the way Tyrone Willingham didn't do it. Yeah, that's the way I want to do it.
Everybody come on in.
Because here's his quote from yesterday, this Steve Sarkisian who's going to take the Huskies back to the promised land from the abyss. Quote, I want our practices to be fun and exciting again. I want people to be there. I want students at practice. I want alumni at practice. I want team man at practice. I want
team man, he
media
invited you to practice?
at practice. I added the second last part.
I thought it was in the paper. Really?
It's like, okay, you want it to be a big circus? All right, well, I mean, anything he says, you can't say, well, that's wrong.
Right.
Because you just came off the 0-12 season.
Sure.
And the way of doing it before Steve
work.
Sarkisian was a closed break. It was the opposite.
Yes.
He didn't want media there. He didn't want players or that weren't
need
even
a-
practicing there. He didn't want fans there. He didn't want alumni there. It was a closed event.
Yep. Too
They
much.
and they went 0-12.
Yeah.
So let's see. How did he do it? Yeah, okay, I guess I'll do it the opposite. Maybe we'll go 12-0.
Right. Everything he did, and we're not going
34-year-old dude. Looks like he got a little Asian wife here, Terry.
Oh, really?
He's got some of that Asianitis.
Nice.
There's a shot for you.
All right. Yay.
Because I'm looking at a picture
that is crazy.
of him and his family here.
Yes.
And
Does it say, how many
you
kids,
could,
all that stuff?
you could play the part of her on the made-for-TV movie, Terry.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
But she only has 3 kids, so
Oh.
you'd have to,
Have to cut
really
out 2?
get in the mindset. Well, you'd have to put on your best acting performance of having a, somewhat normal-sized family. Anyway. No, your family is very normal. It's
I'm used to
17
having just
kids.
3, too.
Oh, I have 2. That's right. So
Yeah.
I'm under normal, I guess. I don't know what normal is. Anyway, I don't think there's such a thing as normal. But very, very good-looking family here,
Oh,
Terry.
good.
Whether that translates to wins, I don't know.
Isn't his wife hot? I remember seeing her kind of.
You saw her on the news yesterday,
Yeah.
and you thought she was hot?
Yeah.
Well, I can't say from this picture that I'm looking at right now in the PI that I can't give you with certainty, because this is the only shot I've seen of her, that she's hot.
Let me try to.
But I'll take your word for it. She looks like from the picture she can be hot. I can't say with certainty looking at this particular picture, however, that yes, she is in fact a very hot woman.
Okay.
I'll try to find you some.
He's
But
good.
it sounds like you're onto something.
Yeah.
You saw her on the news. Mm-hmm. And you were feeling her a little
I
bit.
was like, I thought I knew her from somewhere. I'm like, oh,
Whoa.
You thought she knew her from around the way or something?
yeah, like
Dirty.com. All of a
She
sudden.
just came up from L.A. because they were, with the Trojans of USC, not the Trojans from the bathroom stall of your local club over the weekend.
How long was he the offensive coordinator for?
Oh, you're going to make me answer questions like
Well,
that, Terry?
yes.
I got to be honest. I don't know that much about this dude. I know he was the offensive coordinator for USC. Couldn't have been offensive coordinator for that long because he's only 34 years old.
Okay.
I'm assuming no more than 3-4 years.
Last I checked, USC is looking pretty good.
Well, they've had a nice run
Yeah.
over the past 5 decades.
No.
And especially the past decade.
No kidding.
Pete Carroll's staff continually gets taken away little by
I
little.
know.
And they
Still.
just plug them back in, and some of them work out as they move on, and some of them don't.
Right.
Whether this guy is going to take UW to where they need to be. And let's be honest. If 2 years from now the team is, 6-6, if 3 years from now the team is 7-5, I hope people aren't going to be like, oh, success.
Right.
That's not UW football.
No, it's not. Bring it back to what it once was.
You gotta go. Well, you say that with a lot of sarcasm because you went to Terry? They have to return in 3-4 years to 10-2. They have to return in 4 or 5 years to a major bowl game, holiday at minimum. Okay.
Yeah, I understand that. But
after a season of 0-12, you could look at a 500 record and be like, "We're back." That's not what back is. Don't get caught up in the confusion.
But I think just having, even
not that you shouldn't give him his time. Yeah,
Right.
Not that you shouldn't say, "Hey, you have to become an overnight success."
Right.
But I still say, after 2-3 years, if they're not with a clear winning record, they better look like they're right on the cusp of making a serious bowl game.
Yeah, I
Now, next year's the year you give them some slack. You want to go 3-9? You want to go 4-8? Okay.
Mm-hmm. But
you want to go 1-11?
Well, at least we got.
All right.
It's better than
it's an improvement.
0-12.
Mm-hmm.
Anything's better than 0-12.
But the second year better see some serious. There was a marked turnaround. Okay.
Yep, I hear you.
Pasty's saying that he's been a coach for USC for 7 years. That doesn't mean offensive coordinator for 7 years, does it? Has he been offensive coordinator for 7 years? How long has he been the offensive coordinator? That's what she was asking.
Right.
I mean, anyone can be a little, defensive back coach.
How
No, not much
quickly-
anymore. Okay, so we'll see if this young, handsome, strapping man, Tari, as you see him in the paper, I guess I'm putting words in your mouth, and his maybe hot wife,
Right.
who looks
Still looking that up.
who looks at minimum to be an attractive woman,
Sure.
and they're a good-looking family. They're going to come and actually make a home here for the long term.
Good deal.
He's got a 5-year contract, but we've seen recently that those 5-year contracts may not last through its duration.
Correct.
It'd be nice to have a coach who lasts through his scheduled allotted time that he's contracted for, and then get an extension because he's done so well. Wouldn't that be nice?
Amazing. That would be
It's
great.
been a while since UW has seen that. And they need the players in the state.
Right.
Now, they're not going to
that's what I was going to say.
They're not going to get Jake Heaps. Okay.
Well, they're hoping.
But-
They're hoping because they're hoping that
They're not going to get Jake Heaps. It's too soon. But 2-3 years from now, the Jake Heaps of 2010 better come and play for the state that they're born and raised in, and not go to Michigan, and not go to USC, and not go to Ohio State if they're given the offer, because UW is the place to be.
Sure.
Now, it'd be really cool if Jake Heaps. I'm not going to even step out and say if I was him, I would do this. But it would be really cool, considering he would be pretty much signing on in the UW world when Jake Locker is moving out.
Right.
It'd be
cool.
It'd be cool if he said, "Hey, 0-12 team, watch what I do with them. I'm staying in the state that I'm proud of, and that has proven through past history that quarterbacks can make it to the NFL." Because I'm sure if it's like just about every other high school football player, that's his ultimate goal.
Sure.
And I'm not saying he would do that, considering what turmoil the team is under right now. But, hey, new coach, new attitude, who knows?
Well, and he does have one more year, so he can kind of watch from a distance. And
He's not going to find anything in a year that he doesn't know right now.
Well,
He's not going to... He'll find out maybe a little bit about the philosophy of the coach, but still,
Sure.
I mean, when Notre Dame and USC and all the major programs are knocking on your door, Ohio State saying, come play for us, it's hard to say, no, I'm going to stick here with the 0-12 team.
well, we can only hope, right?
It would take a big man to do that, Terry. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
A big, confident, proud of your home state, maybe a little crazy and deranged, but hey, some of the most brilliant people in this world that have gotten the furthest, present company, have been crazed and deranged.
True.
To turn down USC for an 0-12 UW team and all the other schools that are going to be knocking, not
Have
just
been for some
pounding
time.
on his door,
Yeah.
would take a little bit of a maniac kind of mentality. But it may.
Everybody's got their fingers crossed for that. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, cross them till you're blue in the face. I don't think it's going to happen.
I know.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, that was my big concern. Him coming from California, I was thinking, recruiting wise, now you've got good players here in the state, and then there's some players that he's got connections with down in California.
Well,
That was,
Tyrone Willingham had the same kind of connections being the coach of Stanford for a while. It didn't really
Right.
pay off too well,
Okay.
Terry.
That's what my big
But
concern
let's not get
was.
too deep in the X's and
All
O's here,
right.
There's other things going on in the world. It's a little Tuesday morning, and what else is happening out there, please? I was serious about wanting to hear from Dump Truck Guy at some point this morning. I don't know what
He's
you're
writing
gonna...
a list of stuff.
He is right. I think he's writing his grocery list, though, Terry.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, soup. I do need some soup.
Weed,
Right.
He gets that at the grocery store.
smokes, more weed, and tube socks.
Throwing some pills somewhere in there.
Because the tube socks are on sale all through the holiday season. What are you writing me? Oh, you're writing something to me?
Wow, dear G-Man.
Personal
Do you
letter.
love me? Check one.
Yeah, let me get you a pen.
All right. When he started at USC,
Yes.
he was an assistant offensive coach. He was not the offensive coordinator.
Right.
He was the quarterback coach for the next 2 years. He has been, as I thought, Terry, just the offensive coordinator for the past 2-3 seasons.
Oh, well, still
But
established, right?
yeah, it's been a healthy 2-3 seasons
would
for
say
USC.
so, yeah.
But they have the horses down there.
I know.
I mean, I could just step in and be offensive coordinator and be like, yeah, you go long and you run a button hook and let's see how this works. Oh, touchdown.
Really, is that how that works?
All right, who wants to sign me up? What major program thinks I'm brilliant?
Oh, wait, I'm sure you're getting a call. Check the call board now.
Yes, I'm getting a call from every major school in the country. They are on board.
That was great.
Oh, I thought you appreciate that. Yeah, I do it up in the Sandlot. Okay. Everyone talks about the Sandlot. I never played in one. Anyway,
Really? Okay.
I don't
Great
even know what a
movie, though.
Sandlot is. Didn't see the movie. The Sandlot?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Okay,
That
well.
surprises
Childhood
me.
favorite.
The Sandlot?
It was one of mine.
Really?
I loved it.
You actually like that movie?
I don't know.
I loved it, too.
kids.
Who that?
About
It was
playing
a bunch
baseball.
of kids. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody really
right.
big.
I'm
You don't know
surprised.
who's in it? Ah.
I don't think
Vinnie
anybody
on
like,
movies.
I don't think anybody like notable or anything.
Anyway.
Because you don't see any actor as notable altogether. You don't know names. You're not like me and Hotshot. Remember
Samuel L.
every
Jackson.
name.
Samuel L.
Ow!
Jackson not in this movie. Tom Cruise not in this movie. It's a bunch of kids. I don't know.
Okay.
I got some news for you about Will Smith. Apparently, he feels that he can't let his marriage fail because it will cause other marriages to fail.
So he thinks it'll bring about a domino effect.
Yes.
If he were to get divorced. So he's not only got the pressure of his marriage on his shoulders to make it good, make it right, make it healthy, keep it strong for his family, but he feels that everyone in Hollywood is now looking to him as the inspiration, the last bastion of hope, if you will, amongst those who can make it work in a marriage.
Yes.
And if he were to come out tomorrow and say, I did the best I could,
Yep, it's been 11 years.
I fought the good fight
Yeah.
for 11 years, I was happy, but I woke up yesterday, no longer the case, I'm getting divorced. He's afraid that there'd be immediately 5,000 divorces in Hollywood that will immediately follow.
Right. Catastrophic.
That's a
domino.
little cocky to say, but Will Smith deserves to be a tad bit cocky. He's earned his way up the ranks.
He has.
He's a solid performer. He seems like an all-around nice enough guy.
Sure.
But still, that's a little egotistical to say that I am the inspiration for many a marriage that may not be as strong as mine. And if mine were to fall apart, others would have a trickle-down domino effect. So I have the pressure of not only my marriage on my shoulders, but everyone else's that looks up to mine.
Right.
And with that said, with me saying, that's a little egotistical to say,
Sure.
that's a little bit arrogant, I can't say that he's wrong. Because I think people do look at the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett marriage as, well, if they can do it, I model myself after them. They try hard. They work at it.
right.
There's not enough people working at it these days.
Right.
I think Will Smith was quoted as saying on Oprah recently, as I was passing by, my wife watching
Sure,
TV.
just
of
passing
course, of
by
course.
because that's all you do.
Just happened to be passing by. I don't watch that crap.
No.
When I was passing by not watching that crap, I think I heard him say, Terry.
You think?
I think
Okay.
I heard him say
Because you didn't sit down next to her.
that divorce is not an option. Now that's interesting for someone to have come out of their mouth. Well, divorce is not an option, Oprah. So what if he thought for a second that it was? Oh, it's an option now. Okay, I'm out.
Well,
Screw
I-
you, Janet. You suck.
And maybe that is his mindset.
That's his mindset.
Is that,
I don't-
if he feels that divorce can be an option, then yeah.
He's been divorced before.
He has.
Now that he's remarried and he's got Jada and they have kids together. They have one kid or more kids?
They
than
have
one?
two together,
They have
and
two
then he
together,
had one from his
and then
previous
one.
marriage.
Okay, so a total of three?
3 kids.
Okay. He now has gone on record as saying divorce is not an option.
Correct.
Until it is. That's how I take that. Well, it's not an option. Until it is. I'll never do drugs again. Until I do. I will never cheat on you, honey. Until I do.
Wow.
anything that someone says in that kind of dogmatic fashion,
Right.
Terry, and that
It's not an option.
you can guarantee, blah, blah, blah. All you got to add to those statements is, until I do. Until it is.
Does it make sense?
So you're kind of calling him out.
I
there a
never
little
believe.
bit.
I never believe those statements.
Okay.
Just because he's gone on record saying divorce is not an option, would it shock you if one day he came out and said, "Well, it wasn't an option," but then we just got to a point where we couldn't stand each other?
Actually, yeah. I mean, I kind of, you do kind of take a look at their marriage. They've made it work. They're a power couple.
Oh.
They're able to
Power couple.
do their own careers yet keep a family intact. And they even
You don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
well, I understand that,
Beating
but
her to a pulp, or
sure.
vice versa.
well, she looks pretty, badass herself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think too that there's been a lot of publicity about how they've blended their family and allowed
Yes.
the ex-wife to
All
kind
right,
of.
so what does this
but I
all
just
mean?
think that they
Divorce
find
is not an option?
No, I kind of just
Till it is.
well, I kind of look at them and go, wow, if they really truly work that hard and they admit, yeah, it's a lot of hard work,
Yes.
and we're willing to work it, then I would be shocked if they came out and said,
So I said you wouldn't be shocked, and you're saying you would be shocked.
I would be.
All right, but you get over the shock. So
I'd
you
be
would-
so disappointed and be like,
You would never
"Man."
get over the shock?
I'd be like, come on.
Decades later, I'd be like, Terry, you over the shock of Will Smith? No, don't even talk about it. Don't touch me.
They were my power couple.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I said, kind of to your point, Terry, I don't disagree with Will Smith when he feels the pressure of not just his marriage, but other marriages on his shoulders, because I believe it is true that if he were to get divorced, it would be a domino effect, and others would be like, well, if Will Smith couldn't make it, what chance do I have? I think I'm going to get divorced too. Screw this crap. As a matter of fact, I'll give you an example. Men feel, I think I've mentioned this recently, the safety in numbers. I have, in my circle of friends, in one particular circle,
Okay.
there were these marriages amongst guys that were all connected as friends.
Okay.
And when one of them, I'm not going to mention names here, Terry, because you might know some of these names.
Oh, all right.
When one of the guys seen more as the real wise one, the shrewd one, the one who's confident, when he stepped up and said, I'm getting divorced, me and my wife are calling it quits, it's over, I'm going to be a single man, I wish you all well in your marriages, but I can't do this anymore in mine.
I'm out.
He was out. It was amazing how less than a couple or no more than 6 months later, another of his close friends said, oh, well, I'll join you there in the single world. And then after he got divorced, and now they all pal around together.
Just one
Dudes
bunch
in
of
their-
bachelors.
Dudes in their 30s, some early 40s, running around in Vegas, doing the
Really?
single guy club.
Come on.
They felt the confidence and the safety in numbers. When one got divorced, it was interesting how the others followed in line. And I would submit to you, Terry, that if the first guy didn't step up and get divorced, the others would still be married today. So believe in that domino effect.
Sure.
It's true.
Yeah. Well,
All right?
Yeah. Nope.
It's no different than high school.
Sure.
Your close girlfriends are all with guys in like serious relationships. You want to be single? No.
No.
But if you're like hooked up with someone in a real kind of high school or serious relationship, if your best friend breaks up with her guy and she's all like hanging out,
Right.
I don't want to hang out with you anymore. It's amazing how you lose your interest in your boyfriend.
Right.
It's no different.
She's having a lot of fun over there, and I'm not having any fun with you.
You want to be with the crowd, especially the
Right,
crowd that's close to you.
Sure. Absolutely.
Will Smith's crowd is the Hollywood crowd, and
Yep.
there are some marriages, believe it or not, that still are together.
Right.
And if Will Smith goes, others in Hollywood,
Right.
within weeks and months, cave. Mm-hmm. I can't think of anyone else besides Will Smith that's married in Hollywood, to be honest.
For the length that they have been? Well, of course, you got Paul Newman.
As soon as Will Smith, well, Paul Newman just died, but that's all right.
Well,
as soon
I
as
know,
Will
but he
Smith,
is
hard for him to
his
get divorced.
wife.
As soon as Will Smith gets divorced, Tony Parker's gonna be like, oh, I don't need this crap with either.
He's out too.
I got basketballs to dribble. I got girls to screw.
What about Kobe Bryant? Kobe Bryant, too, will say, hey, now I can go.
Kobe's kind of, shotgunned in.
Is he?
Yeah,
You
for
don't think
life.
he'll ever?
She sat up there on the podium.
Yeah.
he owes her more than just your typical marital couple situation.
Yeah, so he's kind of like not even included in this.
She was willing to be drugged and sedated and be up on that podium when he made the press conference statement that he didn't rape that girl.
Right.
She stood by him with her new 17-carat diamond ring.
The canary diamond ring.
A lot of women wouldn't have done that.
Oh, wow.
A dump truck guy is sitting
Oh, you got her.
on the line,
Yay!
waiting
We get
to
an
give us the update of his life that a lot of texters have been demanding.
Good.
When the texters demand,
Yes.
I am forced to action, Terry.
Good.
And dump truck guy has responded. When we get back, the life and times of a man who drives dump trucks. Right after these words.
TManShow.com.
Is Miley Cyrus trying to get legal emancipation from her parents? Her spokesperson tells ET there's absolutely no truth to those reports.
Oh.
Some teens have done it, which makes them legally adults and in charge of their own fortunes.
Yeah, I don't blame Miley if she wants to do that. She's probably like, Dad, I made more money than you in the past month than you made in your whole career. And I give you handouts left and right. And what do I get in return? A curfew?
That's not going to fly.
This ain't flying anymore, Pops.
Nope.
It's probably true, by the way. She's probably made more money in the last month than Billy Ray, with his achy, breaky heart,
Right.
made in his whole freaking career, which was no slouch career, Terry, but that's more of a sign of the popularity of Miley.
Right.
Well, she should just cut him off for a month, and then he'll see what's
Well,
up.
but
Okay,
he's
well, I'm pushing back your bedtime. You can go to bed at 11:30. Does that work for you?
remember,
Really,
she is
11:30
dating
Bob?
a 20-year-old. Remember
Yes,
that. She's
yes.
only 16. But, you know, he still has...
What does that mean? You know from having daughters that you can't give your
Well,
daughter that's dating the older boy a curfew?
I know. I think they actually have a pretty good relationship.
Who, her dad?
Yeah, her and her dad. And
Yeah, she's calling the shots because
Well-
she's bringing home the bacon.
well, but still, as I was going to say,
And the sausage.
he does do things on his own still. Like,
Who? Billy Ray?
yeah.
Oh, please. Like he's
I mean, of course, it's
worth
not...
anything without her at this point.
Well, he's
Come on.
he does stuff for CMT. and
He's
things
an
like that.
exotic roadie.
Is
Oh,
Miley Cyrus trying to get legal emancipation from her parents? Her spokesperson tells ET there's absolutely no truth to those reports. Some teens have done it, which makes them legally adults and in charge of their own fortunes. But Miley is sticking with Dad Billy Ray and Mom Letitia.
Isn't that sweet?
Yes.
She's like, Ma, Dad, I've thought about it, and I'm going to stick with you guys.
It's because she's
I'm going
not.
to give you another chance. You know, I know you talked back to me the other night, and that pretty much almost ended things, but I expect that you'll realize you made a terrible, grave error by talking back to the Queen here. and
Oh, she is so not
No, yeah,
that
for
way,
sure.
I bet.
She should
Come
be.
on.
She's making money hand over
She
freaking
is.
puss.
But, whoa.
Fist is the term.
Yeah.
Fist.
She's just staying
Oh, yeah.
until she's done like island shopping, and then
But
she's out.
you know what? But I think that she has been around for so long, being, you know, since she is Billy Ray's daughter.
Do the words "clean up your room" have any impact when your daughter is Miley Cyrus?
Anyway, I mean, granted, I think they already have people that clean up
Okay.
for them anyway.
All right.
But she's
So-
been used to that for years, is all I'm saying, because of Billy Ray's success when she was younger. So I think that she's kind of accustomed to what's going on.
Dad, clean up your room, and here's your allowance. And
Right.
it's been lovely having
I
you
think she's
around
a little
today.
bit more, you know, realizes that if she really lets it get out of control, she'll end up like Lindsay Lohan. And she doesn't want that. Or Britney Spears. She's got plenty of role models of failure in the Hollywood world.
She's already way ahead of the curve of
Yeah.
what Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears
She
put out
is.
by their age.
I
By
understand.
her age, Terry. Britney Spears was pretty big at 16.
Yes.
She was no Miley Cyrus.
Right.
Lindsay Lohan was known at age 16 in that movie where she played those two parts. That was probably her best role of all time.
When she was really little, yeah.
What was
The
that movie?
Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Yes, the remake, yeah.
Yeah, what was it called?
Parent
Parent
Trap.
Trap. She was wonderful in that movie.
She was.
So she was a known entity, but she was no Miley Cyrus. Come on.
I understand that. However, even so,
Now, they all take a backseat to Zoe 101, but Zoe's got other things in her
Yeah, she's got a baby
on
to
her
take
plate.
care of.
She's
And
got
I think
two now, right?
Oh, she hasn't had the second one. She's pregnant with the second one.
Has that been confirmed?
Yeah.
That is confirmed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We talked about that.
I know we talked about it, but we talked about it being the most
And that mom was upset. and-
high-profile
Right.
rumor of the moment. But did that ever get confirmed that she's with child again?
Confirm for you now.
It's all right. I don't need you to work too hard right now. You already have stuff ready to go, and I got $100 in Christmas cash to give away in a matter of seconds. You do 2 things for me, Pasty.
Oh, another thing to add on his list?
Dumpy is going to check back in a little bit. I didn't get him on the last segment, so he's got to do a little work, and then he's going to call back.
Okay.
And he will call back, right, Pasty? He doesn't think he's off the hook because I didn't get him on the last segment, right? Okay. And you'll find out from me before too long, before the end of the show, Terry, whether it's been confirmed and Zoe 101 is expecting her second child.
All right.
In the meantime, what have you had scheduled to talk about in this segment at this time? What do you got, Terry Free?
Well, I was going to bring up Britney Spears and how I know, but I have some other news on her and her upcoming tour. Yes. Apparently, all the dancers that are auditioning for her tour are going to be given drug tests. Because a so-called source says, quote, they only do it for her because she is under strict watch. I think they just
normally they don't drug test dancers for concerts, background dancers for major artists, not overly necessary, but Britney and her people find it extremely necessary to make sure that everyone who's going to be a background dancer for Britney is going to be 100% sober, clean. It is to not put Britney under any strain that she doesn't need to be under.
Well, and I think...
So Amy Winehouse need not apply is what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't think she would be good.
Lindsay Lohan, as great a dancer as she is, Terry, can take a pass on the audition because they're only looking for absolute squeaky clean, or is it the other way? Maybe they're looking for background dancers who have wonderful sources to get major, big-time drugs that Britney hasn't tried yet, and that's what they're saying there.
No, I think they'd like a clean and sober dancer so that Britney, throughout her tour, can remain clean and sober.
And a background dancer that's clean and sober can be at the top of their game?
Sure.
Or do you need to be a little faded to really let it... I'm just asking a question, Terry. I'm not trying to...
I don't think everybody in that world has to be totally
I didn't
messed
say
up
that. I didn't say everyone in that world has to be.
it.
I'm just talking about you are explaining to me that it's going to be a fleet of clean and sober background Britney dancers. And I'm wondering...
Right.
Britney can use some background dance help these days. Have you seen her most recent high-profile performance a year ago on the... Whatever it was, the Emma...
I think it was the VMAs.
VMAs, AMAs, VMAs?
One of the
MAs. Right. I think it was the VMAs, yes. If you recall, and how could you not, her barely even able to...
Walk?
make a circular motion with her hips, she could use some background dance help that may deflect some of the attention from her kind of declining abilities to the dancers. And I'm just asking aloud, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I'm asking out loud if a whole team of 100% clean and sober background dancers is going to be as high a quality dance talent crew as some of the others that may have a couple, if not many, in the bunch that are totally faded.
Yes, I think they will. Because I think that they're less likely to make mistakes and remember all their stuff without being totally wasted and go, and stumble on Britney and misstep and things like that.
Well, don't be shocked, because I know you shouldn't be, when I tell you that some of the best performers out there have, through history, done their best work in high-profile little entities while under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Now, I'm not condoning this kind of behavior necessarily, Terry.
Right.
But I'm just stating the reality.
No, I understand.
Some of your greatest comics of all time, when they're in their most highly celebrated moments, the ones that you remember for a lifetime, your Sam Kinnisons, your John Belushi's, your Dana, not Dana Carvey, your, who's the big dude that I'm forgetting about? That died just like John Belushi did from Saturday Night Live.
I know who it is, the blonde-haired dude.
Yeah, big, huge Chippendales, come on.
Farley, Chris Farley. Yes.
Chris
I understand.
Farley.
I understand that, but they didn't...
Under the influence of major controlled substances. Terry, I'm just asking a question. You're looking at me like I'm some kind of derelict here. You look at me like I'm some kind of derelict just asking a question that I think is a reasonable question to be asking at this time, considering the subject you just brought up. Would a team of 100% clean and sober dancers be up to snuff?
Yes. Dancers versus comedians, two different worlds, by the way.
They're all performers.
Fine, they are all performers, but comedian. I mean, that's a whole different entity on its own, and you know that. Backup dancers.
Did you say they're screening for just drugs or drugs and alcohol?
Drug tests. Yeah, drugs and alcohol tests. Yes.
So that means you got to have 100% sobriety.
Yes.
To be a dancer
Yes.
in Britney's world.
Have you ever seen a drunk dancer?
Yeah.
And
those
I
girls
mean,
look hot.
Oh,
Yeah, they may
every
look
weekend.
hot,
You
but
kidding me?
Vinnie the
I
Pooh
don't think
reminds me what I'm missing every weekend of all the drunk dancers he checks out.
Oh, you need to look
and
at this.
how
Watch this.
clean and precise are they on their moves
Oh,
there,
it's
Vinny?
amazing.
Yeah,
Are you
I
kidding me?
bet.
Her cooch just doing
Oh,
laps.
just smiling at you there.
Just doing laps like she's Usain Bolt, Terry.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So don't tell me that
But
drunk girls can't dance.
Drunk girls can dance real well.
Now,
But I think
there's-
when they're
there's-
given choreographed stuff, that's a whole
All
different
right,
ballgame.
Terry's fighting for the clean and sobers, and I'm not against you, Terry.
I would
I'm
like
not
to
s-
see Britney succeed, wouldn't you?
I'm just talking out loud so we can discuss this. I just want to make sure that Britney's talent that's going to help her out behind her is going to, enhance the show.
Sure.
If I'm plopping down, and you know I am, Terry, 100 hard-earned dollars to go see Britney Spears in the Tacoma Dome, I don't want to see some hack dance crews behind her that just make the performance a freaking disaster. I mean, that's part of why you go to see Britney Spears is the train wreck aspect, but still.
But still, the other thing, too, is you would like her to put on a show and not everybody all of a sudden it get canceled because her and her backup dancers are too wasted to get on stage.
Okay, well, I don't think it has to be either one or the other. I think if you a little fan,
Just a little bit.
there's a fine line between being, mildly impaired and let your inhibitions go free and being able to put out your best performance as opposed to outright drunk and forgetting your steps and all this stuff and vomiting on the stage.
Oh, gosh.
And the way you would like it, completely clean and sober, which sometimes makes you realize, wow, there's a lot of people out there, and I better not miss a step.
Yeah, and then you get nervous. And
Yeah,
then you mess
that's what
up
I'm
eventually.
describing.
Well, geez, Terry.
Terry's saying that Britney's camp is making sure all her dancers have absolutely squeaky clean drug and alcohol situations going on.
Yes.
Maybe she get Terry faded. Maybe she could read stories correctly.
Wow!
I'm just saying.
He's saying
I'm
if
just
you were under the
saying.
influence every morning, Terry, you'd be at a higher level of performance. You ever
Maybe
think
so.
of that?
She'd be
Maybe so. Is that why he
amazing.
comes in faded every day?
That's
Because he
right.
can't
On-
perform sober?
That's correct. I'll be on point. I am on point every day.
You actually are talking to someone there who's able to relate to this kind of
Oh,
subject
that's
matter
good.
because he says when he's in the club, his best, tearing it up for the club goers, making it happen, setting the scene, setting the
Wow.
tone is done while under the influence. If he was to do a club night where he wouldn't let a drop of alcohol pass his lips, Terry.
He'd really suck then,
No,
huh?
it's more. It's
I
more,
mean, he sucks enough, but I mean,
know you're-
really, when he's sober,
No, we're talking about going from a
bad
9.5
news.
to a 10.
And the
so not
fact is that
not
when you
that
do
big of a
that, then
difference,
you don't
okay?
have enough confidence in your own ability.
I know
therefore,
you're
you
not
gotta
talking.
get faded in order to be able to
low
get
morale,
a new.
low.
Hey, I am really good, and I can do this.
I'm just saying. I'm just
I
saying.
know, I'm just saying.
I know from what you can't do, and I know that
I know.
alcohol or a drug of your choice will be able to help you.
Wow.
Here you go.
Hey.
Go ahead and do my
No,
job.
I don't wanna do your
because
job.
you can't
I don't
even
wanna
do
do-
my
In
job.
defense of Terry.
Anybody could do your job.
You
No,
can't?
That is not true.
Oh, come on now, really?
This is my girl here.
Okay.
Just like you're my guy.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Terry has been a blossoming broadcaster that has made massive strides over the years.
That is
No,
true.
this is true. Yes,
is
it is
true.
true. I
Who-
shouldn't say it with any kind of laughter. I wouldn't be sitting here across from Terry all these years if she
Very
wasn't passing the mustard test.
Jesus. Really? The yellow
And
mustard test.
No, you should know.
Yeah.
No, she passes the yellow mustard test. It's crap.
Okay.
It's amazing. He sits there, but yet when the time came for him to show,
He's a big talker.
yeah, he is
I
a
don't-
big talker.
I don't want to read your stories.
What
so
was
then
your
find
stories?
a story that you can read.
I don't-
Oh,
I don't-
wait, you can.
take
I know
it
you're not
easy.
telling me about not being able to read a story.
Ow!
Are you honestly telling me that?
Listen, guys. I don't know if we're going to
Jesus.
settle this argument right now. It seems like this is kind of ways to go.
The thing is,
And you
is
know
that
what?
the thing is,
yeah.
I don't have a
Tell us
problem
what's the thing.
admitting
What's the thing?
that I have no ability to be a DJ or spin records.
I'm happy
but
for Britney Spears that she's going to have a clean and sober backup dance group because it'll actually make her look good, Terry, I'm sure.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's all
And
I
then
was saying.
I wasn't necessarily knocking you for your stories.
You were saying I can't read.
No, I
You were
didn't.
saying
that was after the fact. All I said was that maybe if you had a little something in your system, you might be able to do a good job.
Well, she doesn't like to drink before 10 a.m. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
I'm not an alcoholic
Okay. That's right.
like some people.
Do you have to be an alcoholic to drink before 10 a.m.?
Do you just hear
I know.
what subtly she slipped under your belt there?
No, of course. Of course I heard that.
Hello, you must be the alcoholic in the room. I'll blow!
I guess so. Yeah, whatever.
Wow. Would you like to admit or deny, confirm or deny at this moment whether her little subtle allegation is the case? Are you, Vinnie, Pooh?
I wouldn't say.
We just played Find the Pooh. If I knew you were an alcoholic, I would have thought twice about just throwing you out there.
Look for him under a park bench.
Are you, because you're not able to perform at your workplace without being under the influence of alcohol? You can't do it? All right, is that what you said, Terry? You can't do it?
Can't do it.
Are you, therefore, an alcoholic?
This is untrue.
Ow!
But
You're right
you
back
can't
at
do
you.
it.
Well, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to happier times. It's time to give away a gift card.
Oh, yay!
Terry's very happy, it seems, that Brittany has elected to go in this fashion, or maybe it's just a marketing play. Who knows? Do you really
Either way, I think it's...
Do you really think they're going to drug test like weekly or daily this backup crew for Brittany before they're hired, after they're hired, and make sure that if anyone has even a sip of alcohol in their bloodstream, that they're immediately axed?
Yes.
Come
Because
on.
remember, her dad is still in control of her, and I think that he is really
That's pretty
honing in.
hypocritical. Brittany, who has certainly seen
Right.
her share of drugs and alcohol,
Oh, yeah.
is not going to tolerate any of the people in her entire concert crew to be under the influence at any time of drugs or alcohol.
I'm sure she would probably like to because addicts, it's
That's
a
the
day-to-day
pot calling
thing.
the kettle black.
I understand that. But she is trying to stay on the straight and narrow, or her people, at least, are trying to help her stay on the straight and narrow.
Okay. And the straight and narrow you talk about is where now? Where? Can you
so-
point me towards
yeah.
the direction?
Oh,
is that it? Up
Yeah,
there? Oh, yes. It doesn't look very straight. Doesn't look very narrow. No.
No, it doesn't. It's pretty wide. Mm-hmm. And very crooked.
I would rather walk on a wide area than a narrow area. I don't know. It's just me. I don't want to fall to the alligators. Anyhow,
Really?
do you have... Yeah, because anything you walk on that's narrow has alligators underneath.
Right, okay.
Do you have anything on your pile that might help us give away a $100 gift card this morning, Terry B. Free?
Actually, yeah, I do.
All right, what is it? And we'll decide whether it's worthy of a Christmas cash giveaway little moment here. What do you got?
Who tops the list of the breakout stars of 2008?
Okay, good. Don't even tell me who the list is by, because that's
all
more
right.
that's more Googleable. And that's a pretty vague little statement.
Right.
The breakout stars of 2008.
Yes.
Who tops the list? How long is the list? Like the top 10?
Top 10.
Well, I always have to throw out my guesses, Terry.
I know.
But I'm not going to guess a name that I think is number one, but I'm going to guess a name that I definitely think is on the list, or definitely should be. Is Lil Wayne on the list, Terry?
No.
Not anywhere
No.
in the
not
top 10.
No.
Well, that's a mistake, because maybe he's not a breakout in the hip-hop world, but as far as crossover, as far as mainstream, he had a huge breakout year, Terry. So if this is any reputable list put out by any mainstream magazine, they don't have Lil Wayne on there.
No, they don't.
And he's fresh in my mind because we just played a Lil Wayne song in the last little moment here. I think that's a fraudulent list, to say the least. The breakout stars of 2008.
Yes.
All right? Now you forced me to throw out another name
Oh, geez.
that actually may be number one, but I got to compensate for the embarrassment I had for throwing out Lil Wayne that's not on the list. But that's not embarrassment to me. It should be embarrassment to your source there. I mean, don't you think Lil Wayne from a mainstream level is a breakout star in 2008?
A mainstream level, yes.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
way
I'm
I phrased
I'm
it.
agreeing with
Well,
you.
you're kind of like almost correcting me.
No, overcorrect.
Well, no, T-Man, no, from a mainstream level. That's what I said.
Not the hip hop world, T-Man, but the mainstream.
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
Yes, I agree.
Just say.
I didn't think anyone in the hip-hop world knew who he was in 2007. Mm-hmm. Yeah, from a mainstream, from a crossover, from a all formats perspective, Lil Wayne was the biggest star of 2008. But this includes all celebrities,
Yes.
Hollywood, and does this include athletes or no? Is there any athletes on the list, or is this
no.
all actors and musical talent?
Actors and musical.
Is Shia LaBeouf
That's
the
a
number
good-
one name? But
good
I
guess.
knew of him 2006, 2007, so he might have been more of a subtle, over the past 3 or 4 years kind of breakout star. Is he? Hopefully he's not number one. I didn't just ruin this thing. I don't think he's number one, but he's probably on the list.
Not on the list.
Not on the list!
Not on the list.
Well, in the hip-hop world, they knew of Shia LaBeouf last year, Terry.
Of course.
But as far as a mainstream level, he had a huge year. Wow, what kind of list is this?
It's.
You got 10 names up there?
I
and,
do.
And none,
You've named none. None on the top.
neither Shia LaBeouf or, is LL Cool J on the list?
Oh my God.
Number one. No, I'm just kidding. No, he is not. Obviously.
Well, I got a guess that I'm pretty sure if I'm right, it would be number one, so I'm not even going to say it right now.
So then,
But I'll say someone that I think is on the list, or should be on the list, but wouldn't be number one. I'm going to hold my guess that I think is a probable number one, and I'm going to give you T-Pain. Is T-Pain on the list?
no.
Well, they didn't put any hip-hop stars then. They didn't put any, Cube artists or anything like that on the list, did they?
No.
They're hating.
Is there a Cube list? Is there a Cube artist on that list?
Nope.
Nobody.
Nope.
So what kind of list is this?
It's
Jack
unless,
of
like I
us.
told you.
All right, who wants to guess, ladies and gentlemen? Is it going to be like all High School Musical stars or what?
No.
Not that they're...
No.
They've been around for a few years, too.
Right. Right.
So it's not going to be like Zac Efron anywhere?
Nope. He's not even on the list.
Okay. Because that actually makes sense, because he was his biggest star in 2007.
Right.
Maybe a little bit bigger now, but no breakout between 2007 and 2008. Mm-hmm. Who the hell broke out then between 2007 and 2008? I'm still holding on to my guess that I have a feeling.
All right.
I'll tell you what, if a listener guesses it,
Okay.
give me a second after every listener guess, give me a second to let you know whether that's my number one guess or not, all right? Because I don't want to spoil this thing, because I'm pretty sure I know who's number one.
Okay.
I have a guess.
But I'm blown away that my other guesses didn't make the list. You have another guess?
I think, but
Vinnie wants to play along.
He does.
but like you said, I don't want to ruin it if it's number one. So
So let the listeners guess, and then I'll take both your
Hand
guesses.
me your guess, write it down, and hand it to me, and I'll tell you if that's my guess.
is that your guess right there?
No, that's not my guess.
This is a good guess.
That's an interesting guess.
For this, for
I don't know if this is a
2008?
good guess, but I'm going to say it to Terry to see if it made the list. I don't know if I was to bet money on this one, which way I would bet. I would probably bet that it's not on the list,
I will.
because I don't think it's this kind of list. He wants to know if Sarah Palin is on the list.
No.
What the hell?
She doesn't really fit the celebrity mode. She's
She
a
doesn't.
politician. She's a
And
breakout.
it was just for
They
a
made a
moment in
porno
time.
after her.
Yeah, but
All right, let's start our guesses. Melissa, for $100 in Christmas cash, can you tell us who the number one breakout star, according to this, is this a reputable source,
yes,
Terry?
very reputable.
All right. The breakout star of 2008 is who?
Usher?
Usher. I was joking with LL Cool
I
J. That's
know
almost as bad a guess. Did Usher make the list?
Come
Terry?
on, really? That's a serious
We didn't
guess?
ask for the breakout stars of 1998. We asked for the breakout stars of 2008. You understand, Melissa, right?
Yes.
Are you talking about like the Usher in the Lincoln Square cinemas or what? I mean, well,
Oh, now we got coworkers chiming in.
no, it ain't Usher.
No, it's not.
You getting text messages?
Yeah, coworkers
Mm-hmm.
chiming in.
Which Karen Wilde? What's Karen Wilde's guess? Write it down.
All right, let me write it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Want to know what my guess? Want me to write down my guess?
All right, then we can exchange
I'll write
guesses.
down my
God,
guess.
you guys is in there.
I'll tell
Are we
you-
taking Terry Can Chatter guesses too? Yes? No? Yes?
Well, you probably have a winner on there. already.
No, so far, no.
Nobody's gotten it on Terry.
No.
Uh-oh, then my guess may be wrong.
Really?
That's my guess.
That's just Karen's guess. Let's see. Right there.
Oh, okay, that's Karen's guess?
That's
We have
Karen's
the same
guess.
guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah. There
Same
you go.
guess.
Uh-oh.
All right. Me and Karen have the same guess as far as who we think number one is.
Okay.
Karen B. Wild.
Okay.
Her middle name is Bernice. I call her Karen B. Wild,
Her
Terry.
knees.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when you do that.
Let's see. Where to go here? Carla, your guess, please.
Is it the guy from Twilight, Robert Pattinson?
The main dude
He is on the
plays
list.
Edward.
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, he's, I guess, the main dude.
Great
yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
Not
it
my
is
guess.
It
That's
is
a
a
great
great
guess,
guess, but he is number 5 on the
Number
list.
5.
Yes.
He made one movie on the list.
Yeah, that's a huge movie right now.
Jesus.
That's all it takes to become a breakout star. Look at Megan Fox in Transformers. All of a sudden, supplanted in every dude's mind and groin.
For sure.
Okay, all it takes is one big movie to become a breakout star. That's what breakouts are about. Great guess, not correct. Sorry, you lose.
Bummer.
Yeah, it is a bummer.
What'd she say?
I said bummer. Maybe I thought the girl that guessed Usher might say
Right.
more be the type to say a bummer. But still, it was a great guess.
Good guess.
Amanda, we're looking to give you $100 in Christmas cash and a chance at 10 grand. All you got to do is tell us who the biggest breakout star of 2008. Now that we're weeks away from putting it in the history books, who's the biggest star that was more or less an unknown before this year? Amanda, do you hear me? After all that lead-in, she's probably not even on the line. Do you hear me, Amanda?
Is it Katy Perry?
Katy Perry, I kissed a girl, Terry. Is it Katy Perry?
She is number 9 on the list.
Thank you.
That gets you nothing but good guess.
Nice.
We're starting to put the list together.
We're putting this list together. Yeah, these are good
Hey,
guesses.
very good.
I'm surprised dude from Twilight was as low as number 5.
No.
I actually thought when she said that name, I was thinking that she had number 1. I was having second thoughts and doubts about my number 1 guess. But now that you told me dude from Twilight is number 5, I feel good again about my pick. Or picks. Hint, hint, hint.
Would you?
Oh, okay.
Rhonda, help us.
No.
Help me. Yes, your guess, Rhonda.
Leona Lewis.
Another good guess.
Another good guess.
I'd be pissed if she's in a hefty fashion on this list, Terry. If T-Pain and Lil Wayne aren't, but it's still a good guess. Is she on the list?
She's not even on the list.
Not on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, Bleeding Love,
Yeah.
that's the most downloaded song of 2008.
I know.
And I don't think she was huge in 2007. I think she really...
She won the...
I mean, I think people started to get to know her in 2007. But I think her breakout year was... What kind of list is this, is what I'm saying?
It's a crap
What you
list.
done us?
I'm not going to tell you where it's from. It is a reputable source.
Jenny from the block. Speaking of Usher and bummers, Jenny, what's your guess?
Barack Obama.
Oh, is your name Jenny?
No, Gary.
Oh, okay, close enough. Barack Obama, Terry. If Sarah Palin didn't make the list,
Right.
Gary is still with hopes that Barack Obama is going to be the number 1 person on that list to give him $100 in Christmas cash and savings on his taxes. What is the status of Barack Obama? Did he make the list? Is he number 1, Terry, as the breakout star of 2008?
No and no. He did not make the list, and he's
Okay.
not number 1.
I think we eliminated all politicians then. I think it's safe
Yeah.
to say.
Okay.
And you
if
even
Barack
asked,
Obama isn't
is
on
it-
this list is crap. Like
Well,
officially crap
no,
now?
this is
Well,
not
the
that kind
Hollywood
of list.
list. Right,
This is a
you
Hollywood
asked.
list. I think that's clearly what they're letting
Right.
you know.
Music, Hollywood stars.
And Barack
Right.
Obama was pretty well known over the past few years. Yes, he became president-elect in 2008, but pretty big name in 2007. Brenda! How long do you want to go on with this?
As long as you would like to.
Well, let's see how good the listeners are here. Because is this gettable, Terry? Are we
Very
gonna, Are we going to
gettable.
be like, I never even heard of him?
No. Very gettable.
So, all right, I'm going to show you my guess in a few seconds. You tell me if it's right. Brenda, your guess.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Well, I mean, he had a big movie, obviously, and he died,
Right?
which always adds to your fame. But, I mean, it's not like he was an unknown, Brokeback Butt, and what other movies was he in before Dark Knight? A bunch.
A bunch, yeah.
But we'll just make it for formality's sake, Terry. Is Heath Ledger the breakout star of 2008? I didn't think
No.
so. Nice try, Brenda. Yeah, our listeners are way off this morning, too. This one's got 'em stumped. Beverly!
Yeah.
Leave it to Beverly to
guess-
figure this out. Yes.
Yeah, my guess is Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift?
Good guess.
Taylor Swift. Is that the number 1?
No, and she did not make the list.
Oh, snap.
So you're like
Thank you.
taunting her, making her feel good.
Well,
it's a good
but
guess.
it was a good guess. I mean,
According to you?
Hold on, I got another guess.
Man. Raider Nation.
Oh, wow.
Is it the game?
The game?
I don't know.
The game.
No.
Well,
Not the
so
game.
sad.
And you hate his guess? Is that what you're...
I'm like going,
Well,
it's
it was
kind of like
looking up
Usher,
into
too.
my head, really.
Yeah, a lot
And
of these
LL
guesses.
Cool J.
Do people know what breakout star means? Do we have
No,
to define it for them? I don't think you have to
yeah.
define a term like breakout star.
Right.
It's pretty much, yeah, maybe you knew of them mildly, if at all, in 2007. But in 2008, they just had an out-of-the-gate blockbuster meteoric rise to stardom. And now they're amongst the biggest stars in the galaxy of stars that the Hollywood and musical world has to offer.
There you go.
That's the definition. The game, I don't think fits that criteria.
Yeah.
Usher, yeah, I think we heard of him in 2007.
97.
Now here's mine and Karen Bernice Wild's guess, Terry. How's
Wow.
that look?
Looks.
Is that it? That's it?
No.
Oh, see, it was easier than I thought.
I
People are trying
told
too hard.
you.
But, you know, this one is a little bit... I was having reservations with my own guess because the definition I just gave, I think what I just wrote down for
Right.
you there is I can't say person, is an entity, Terry, that you knew before 2008. Yeah, they had a huge, nice surge in 2008, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But in 2007, I knew who they were. I knew who they were.
Oh.
Kathleen!
Yeah.
Your
what's
guess,
up?
please. How are you, baby?
I had Miley Cyrus.
I knew who they were. I knew who Miley Cyrus were.
Hey. Yeah, Billy. And
Is Miley Cyrus
No,
on the list,
no,
Terry?
no.
Is she on the list?
No.
She's not on the list.
No.
So they're saying in 2007, everyone pretty much knew all about Miley Cyrus
Right,
to the
which
point
we all
where
did, yeah.
she could not qualify as a breakout star in 2008.
right.
Don't you understand the definition now?
Got
In
it.
2007, we knew totally enough about her star power that she can't become a breakout star in 2008. Maybe, for all we know, she was number one on the list for 2007, Miley Cyrus. That would make sense.
No.
Because in 2006, I don't know if she was a household name. Not my household.
Yeah, but you're probably right. 2007, probably.
If she wasn't a breakout, if she wasn't the number one in 2007, then she was in 2006. Somewhere along the way, Miley Cyrus
Right.
just took us all.
Yeah, by storm.
Yes.
She did. No, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody in Terry Cam.
Someone in Terry Cam now got it. I mean, everyone should be getting it now.
Yes, but so far listeners that are calling are not.
Well, I do have one on the line that's jumped on over the past couple of seconds, so let's make it over and done with. Casey, you're on the air.
Jonas Brothers.
Is it the Jonas Bros?
Yay, Casey! Winner, winner, winner!
$100 taking it. $100 in Christmas cash and a chance at 10 grand. Good job, Casey.
Thank you.
Yes. She sounds very overrun with enthusiasm, Terry.
Right, there's another promo star right there.
I'm sick, so I can't yell and stuff.
Oh, well, that makes two of us. Anyway, what are you suffering from?
I'm just getting over a cold.
Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
And what remedies did you use to get rid of these germs from your body?
Emergency.
Emergency what?
Emergency. The
Oh,
little
emergency.
packets. Yeah.
You drink that snake oil crap?
Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's good.
That airborne...
Not airborne is different than emergency.
Oh, emergency.
So it just kind of gives you a power bunch of C.
You drink emergency, you get better in 2 days. You drink nothing, you get better in 48 hours. Come on.
Same crap.
Same placebo bull crap. I don't know, I've never tried it. Anyway, you've won $100. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, maybe you'll win 10 grand too. How would that make you feel? All better?
Yeah, I feel great.
Oh, wonderful. Hang on the line. You think you feel good now? Wait till you talk to Pasty Dave.
I know.
The Jonas Brothers are the breakout
Jonas
stars of 2008.
Yep, they were number one.
Who was number two?
David Cook and David Archuleta.
They paired them together? That's
Yeah.
not, see, that
Tied.
makes the list weird.
Well, it's tied. Well, it's from
They're two
Forbes,
different people.
okay? Forbes.
They're not Siamese twins.
I understand that.
Yeah, they were 1 and 2 in American Idol, but Forever linked, I guess. Okay.
Right.
This is from Forbes magazine's list
Forbes.com, yes.
of the breakout stars of 2008.
Top 10.
The Jonas Brothers were number 1. And even though I got it after a couple of tries, Terry, I don't know if they're really what qualifies as breakout stars. In 2007, they were pretty big.
Well,
or big enough.
Well, I think that, yes, they've been around for a little bit, but I think...
They surged in 2008.
Yeah, I think that's when they were on everybody's list.
And hopefully they'll go away equally as quick in 2009.
I hope so.
I agree.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
A little, yeah.
The rocket they rode up in 2008, maybe it's about to make a U-turn and crash and burn in 2009 and do us all a favor.
There you go. Yes.
Bunch of queers! No, they're very cute. And very cuddly,
cute?
yes.
Yeah.
I appreciate them,
Tight,
Terry.
skinny jeans.
So there you go. There's your breakout star of 2008, the Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas Brothers.
Followed by David Cook and David Archuleta.
Yes. John Hamm. He stars in the movie Mad Men, or the show Mad Men. Rachel,
He's number 3, I'm assuming,
yep,
yes.
Yep. Rachel Maddow. She has a nightly show on MSNBC. I don't know who she is. Robert Pattinson. We already talked about him.
Twilight.
Demi Lovato. She's in the Jonas Brothers movie.
Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Yeah. Selena Gomez. Sinead Grimes. Katy Perry. Whitney Port. She's on the hills. Sorry. She's on the hills.
Okay.
Sinead Grimes
Yes,
is on 90210.
All right.
So that's who you're
A breakout
listed.
star in my book.
According to Forbes.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
No Lil Wayne.
No.
Just from a crossover perspective, again.
For
okay,
sure.
you cool?
Agreed.
All right. No Leona Lewis,
No.
but David Cook and David Archuleta.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's a great list.
Hey.
Thanks for sharing.
The TManShow.com.
And now, representing butt rockers worldwide, carrying sod from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between, president of the blue collar workers, even though he wears a tank top, here's Dump Truck Guy.
What's cracking?
Otis. Doesn't sound like the most hearty what's cracking I've ever heard. It means...
If I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have no freaking luck at all. There you go.
Wow, if he doesn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. Well, that's what the texters have been wondering. They were wondering why the absence of 2+ weeks without any Dump Truck Guy calls. They're dying to know what's going on in the life and times of the dump, a truck, a guy.
Just a perfect freaking world.
He's been spending the past couple of weeks being mired in one bad luck event after another. I mean, Dumpy, it's a situation where you're just starting to really feel down and sorry for yourself, and
I don't feel sorry for nothing.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
All right, just asking. Don't need to snap at me.
I ain't snapping him.
Ow!
Whoa.
Well, I'm glad you're not snapping at me. If you ever started snapping at me, I'd really be in big trouble, it seems. Well, then what is the case? How do you describe what's going on to you? One bad luck situation after another. Well, you don't have it coming to you. You're a good enough guy. You've already had a big stroke of unfortunate circumstances come your way. What the hell's happening here?
I don't know, dude. My life's going right down the freaking crapper.
Okay. I'm worried about the way he's talking, Terry.
Yeah.
Why is your life going down the freaking crapper?
It's just the way it works, I guess. I don't know.
How does it work? Tell me about the way it works.
The way it works is bad luck after bad luck after bad luck after bad luck, and then I don't know what.
All right, can you be a little bit more
flush.
vague? What particular events have happened? We all know now about Joanne Millionhairs, your wife, the woman you've known and loved since college. You know, after 15 years of marriage, things have kind of changed, and she picked up and took her computer with her MySpace friends and left you. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. That's the way you would describe it, right? More or less,
Yeah.
or what? Okay.
More or less.
All right. What's since then? I'm imagining you're describing something since then that has gone wrong that doesn't involve this. Or am I wrong? Or is...
Now, I wake up this morning, my back aches open, I got no dogs.
You lose your dogs 3 times a week, though.
No, I don't.
We keep hearing about you looking for your dogs. The dogs ran down the street. They got out from their gate. You're not the most responsible dog owner with those gates.
Whatever. I got a freaking 6-foot chain link fence. What more do you need?
All I can tell you is this is the third time in like the past 6 calls you've made where you're searching for your dogs. And this is the bad luck you're talking about, that your dogs got out? I'm sure they'll come back like they do the past number of times.
It's one part of my bad luck. The other part of my bad luck, I ain't talking about right now.
Oh.
Well, that's the one I'm most interested in now, of course.
Well, there you go.
How can
Stay
you,
interested in.
you know you can't say something like that without, obviously, I'm the most curious man in the world by nature. You can't say something. You can't say something like that, Dumpy, and expect me to just move on from it.
We'll move on.
So you're telling me...
We'll find out in a couple weeks. There you go.
Oh.
You're telling me something happened that doesn't involve this pending divorce, that has nothing to do with Joanne Million Hairs, has nothing to do with your family overall, or does it?
No, it's a life-ending happening. There you go.
It's a life-ending happening. See, the way you're talking in extremes is concerning to me.
If it goes sour, my life's done. Put it that way.
If it goes sour, his life's done. Is your mom okay?
Yeah, family all
Yeah,
right?
it has nothing to do with family.
Nothing to do with family.
Oh,
It
just
has
you.
to do with me.
Are you being foreclosed? Are you being foreclosed on?
Oh, geez.
No, well, I'm like 2 months behind, but that's not it.
That's not it. All right, that's another area we haven't discussed yet. Well,
There
who
you
isn't
go.
2 months behind these days?
Right,
All right, so you're in the
okay.
same boat as the rest of the country. Okay,
I know.
so he's not
Right
being
there.
foreclosed on necessarily, and it doesn't involve any health issues or any family matters. Have you been arrested for a bar fight?
No.
Cracking
Have you been
bottles over
accused of
people's-
stalking anyone you just recently met on Match.com?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Have you been accused of or got a restraining order against?
No.
No.
All right. Have you gotten a DUI or a DWI? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello.
All right. Well, I mean, a lot of people have gotten those, Dumpy.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You're not the first person to get a DUI.
I didn't get one. Shut up.
Oh. It's not that. I thought you said. I thought you kind of gave.
No, you said hello, and I said, yeah, I'm here.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying it's not that, or it is that?
It's not that.
It's not that. All right. What is it?
It's something. I can't talk about it right now.
Does it involve the law?
Maybe.
Uh-oh. What did he do?
I don't know.
What did he do? And why isn't he coming to us for help?
I don't know.
It involves a lot of money, and if it goes sour, effed.
Your partner backed out on you on the bank robbing job that you have
Oh,
planned for this
dang
Friday.
it.
No.
Oh. Always could put a damper on your week, Terry.
Yeah.
Such bad luck when that happens. Well, I don't know what the hell he's talking about now,
It's
Terry.
put a damper my whole life. There you go.
Dumpy
Wow.
has never talked in these cryptic kind of terms.
No.
He's never talked
Only
in
in
these
your
kind of
text.
extreme kind of
Because
terms,
I've never
Terry.
been through this crap.
Dumpy, a lot of people have been through divorces. A lot of people have...
Not that it's not even that.
Well, I think that's what the common denominator of all of your kind of negative thoughts right now. And you're going through
I'll give you that.
you're going through a rough patch. You should turn to us to help you through it. Your family here. And you're not, because you're shutting us out over the past couple of weeks. The texters are obviously worried because when they don't hear from you for a few days straight, they start texting, and
Well, when I get in the freaking dumps, I ain't calling in. There you go.
and their instincts were right. Dump truck guy in the dumps.
Dumpy's in the dumps. He
There you
stays
go.
there.
In the freaking crapper.
Now, I get a sense, and you almost alluded to it, it involves something legal. Why don't you just tell us what it is, and maybe we can get you
Because
through
I'm gonna
this?
tell you right now.
Why?
Because it's the way it goes. Deal with it.
Deal with it.
Well, we can email him and ask questions because Dumpy's email is on the...
Yeah,
Tmanshow.com.
we put your email address on the tmanshow.com on the front page yesterday. Is that cool?
That's cool. Thank you.
All right.
Have you gotten some lately?
So if anyone wants to send you what we just did yesterday, if anyone wants to put a private message out to you, will you respond or no? Or you
I
two in the
respond to everybody,
dubs?
man.
He responds to
I
everyone.
respond.
You respond to
everybody.
everyone but me?
You don't text me. So what are you talking about? You don't email me, fag. Whatever.
All right, you call me fag one more time.
What are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
You know what I'm
What-
freaking do?
what-
I'm
what are
gonna find you
gonna
out on the road. I'm gonna pull you out of your freaking truck, and I'm gonna pound you in the pavement.
Bring it on.
See, you know what he's doing? You know what
might
he's
see you
doing,
on the
Terry?
street.
He's turning on the one guy right now
Who
that has been his
supports him
biggest
all the
supporter. This
time.
is what happens when you're feeling down and you start getting crazy. All right,
Bring it on nobody.
you turn on your last bastion of hope.
Whatever. You're my brother. I love you to the end. There you go.
That's why I can sit there and call you
sensitive
fag
moment.
all morning. Hey, we're brothers.
Okay, we're back good again. Anyway.
We're just concerned.
Oh,
that's
so
all.
because I didn't text or email him, I don't get the answers. But I'm sitting here asking him direct questions.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, send me an email. I'll give you the answer.
So if I send you an email, you'll send me the answer.
There you go.
All right, and then I'll just read it right on the air. So what's the big deal?
What?
If I get an email, you know I'm just going to read it right on the air, so why don't you just tell us?
Then maybe I won't email you back. You'll be the one guy.
All right, well, let me just tell you, whatever it is, I want to help you if I can. And the chances are I might be able to help in some fashion. I want to know what it is. If you don't want to tell us, that's your business. I think it's...
I just don't need it on the air right now.
You don't want it on the air right now.
There you
You
go.
need an attorney?
Is it more of a...
It ain't coming out.
Is it more of I can't have it on the air right now, or I don't want it on the air right now? Or both?
Probably shouldn't say it on the air.
You shouldn't say it on the air.
At least not now.
It could affect my life even a worse fashion than it already is.
Is it something that you did to yourself, kind of, and you blame yourself, or you're blaming someone else, or what? Who did this to you?
I blame both, myself and somebody else.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. And it doesn't involve in any fashion your ex-wife, or soon-to-be, I don't know what the status is on that. No. Not at all. Not any kind of domestics, anything, nothing.
Nothing. Has nothing to do with her.
Well, Dumpy, I'm going to allow your privacy for a couple of more days.
A couple more days.
All right? And then we're going to have to get a team of people to beat it out of him, Terry, because I'm not going to say that I feel completely confident that I could take Dumpy in a fight. He's a pretty big guy.
Uh-huh.
Chances are, I would need a couple of people to at least provide backup in case I start getting pummeled.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I do have a lot of built-up anger, so
I recognize that as well.
He
has more built-up anger than I've had recently. So, I think he's ready to take it out on somebody, and I would rather not be first in line. Anyhow, that doesn't eliminate the fact that we and I am your friend. We care about you, and we want to know what the situation is so we can help you along here.
Yes.
All right.
You are never alone.
Whatever.
Oh, see.
I don't like to hear you like this, Dumpy. You're losing.
I don't like to be like this.
You're losing sight of how many friends you have, how many people look towards you, follow your every move.
That is so true.
And care about you. Don't ever forget that.
You're going to get a ton of emails of concern.
Yes. Email dumptruckguy at thetmanshow.com. He needs you now. And if you have big breasts, he needs you desperately.
More so.
That's what he needs, Terry.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Big breasts?
He needs, well, that's a good start.
Okay. All right.
I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Dumpy,
Yes, sir.
we love you like a brother.
Yes.
Sounds good, man.
Okay, Dumpy. Have a
Have a
good
great
dump truck.
dump
Great.
truck
Oh,
guy
great.
day.
I was offering
Thank you,
good.
my
I wasn't shooting for the stars here, Terry. Have a great dump truck guy day.
Well, good. We will, just for you.
Okay.
Because you asked.
Terrible concern. He'll be all right,
Manshow.com.
Is Alyssa Milano now fighting a stalker? This is so true.
Is that
The former
right?
Charm star has requested a temporary restraining order in L.A. against Jeff Turner, who she claims has gone to great lengths to get close to her. A hearing is scheduled next month.
Oh, yeah, Jeff Turner, Terry.
Ah.
He's her stalker.
Okay.
After all this time, Alyssa Milano has a stalker. Why now? Why now would you choose to stalk Alyssa Milano?
Who knows?
Maybe when you're popular, it's hard to figure out that you have a stalker because there's all those people around you. But then everyone goes away from you, and you're like, what is that guy still doing here?
Yeah. Oh, wow. He's
stalking me.
Could be.
Everyone leaves you because you're not really relevant anymore, and there's one person left, and what's your name? Pasty Dave? I don't know you. Get away from me. Restraining order. You're a stalker. Because you would think if she was going to have a stalker,
Yeah.
there were better days to stalk Alyssa Milano.
You would think.
She doing anything now? She got a show? I think she may have a show.
Does she? I don't know. I haven't seen her as of late. But, yeah.
But she's got a stalker.
She does.
That's when you really know you're committed to your stalking. If you still love stalking the person whose career is like in the toilet, got to give kudos to that kind of stalker, Terry.
There you go.
Through thick and thin, I will stalk you.
'Cause you're it.
Other stalkers laugh at me. But they don't know what I know.
Right.
Yeah,
that's true.
I just want to play with your hair.
That's probably
I'd be a good
what.
stalker, huh?
Yeah, you would.
I just want to touch your hair.
Sure, you haven't done that in the past. Maybe. Have you ever had a stalker?
I would have been a natural, Terry.
Yeah, I know.
If I had a stalker?
Yeah.
I don't know. I pretty much start
Probably stalking
bugging
them back.
them more than they bug me, yeah.
Oh, you want to stalk me, huh?
Well, stalker's like, you're really annoying, dude. Get the hell out of here. No, you leave me alone. Well, where you going?
I know.
What else is going on in the world?
Fox has come out and apologized for accidentally showing the manhood of
the what?
The manhood.
The manhood
of the Vikings tight end Vicente Shenko.
Every football player gets his. Oh, the manhood.
The manhood.
The manhood.
Yes, you know,
Jesus.
the male member.
The male member.
Yes.
Oh, so you're trying to get a little closer now to the reality of the story?
Well,
you're trying to actually say.
You know what it is.
I'm a little confused. Start from the beginning and let me listen a little more carefully. Go ahead. Fox.
They're coming out and apologizing.
Oh, they're coming out.
Apparently, they accidentally
We've been gay all our
showed.
lives. What? Okay, Fox Sports, Fox News,
Yes,
Fox is a
Fox
network,
Sports.
is coming
Yes.
out and apologizing.
Because they accidentally showed.
Yes, the manhood.
Yes, the male member of Vikings tight end Vicente Shenko.
Oh, he's a big dude too.
Okay.
6'4".
Really?
260 pounds.
Wow, that is a big
He's
guy.
a tight end, Terry. Your tight
Right.
ends are not small little characters there on the field.
I understand that.
And it accidentally got shown on camera?
Yes.
Really? He's diving for a catch, and all of a sudden, bam, his schlong is laying there on the field, or what? Gus Farad back to pass. He's looking, he's throwing over the middle. Shanti Shango, touchdown! Oh, his schlong came out! We apologize!
What a call.
I can't believe that happened on live national TV, but boy, was that impressive. Is that how it went down?
No, that's not how it went down.
Well, then what are you talking
in
about?
the locker room.
Oh, in the
after
locker room. What do you
game with the
expect in the
Detroit
locker room? You're going to see a lot of
Lions.
speckles if you're running around the locker room looking for quotes.
But don't they usually like
It was
have
live?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, it was live.
Well, you know, it was a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, definitely that.
Doesn't that cover all kind of gaffes like that? Janet's breast, Ashanti Shanko's dick, everything's
Yeah,
covered under
right.
that heading. He's got a perfect name for his schlong accidentally being shown on live TV, too. Ashanti Shanko. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Shanko.
Vicente Shenko.
Oh, Pasty. Wow. You know, Pasty, I didn't really need...
I do. No,
Is this your screensaver or what? Here's the still picture that Pasty got from, I guess, where? Like YouTube or something? That has... He's a well-put-together guy, as you can see here, Terry. And this is, I mean, yeah, you can see the outline of his dilly, but that ain't much. They really got to come out and apologize for that to the nation.
Yes. Because, you know, you have the little kids watching the...
A little 5-year-old named Tommy, we understand, has been traumatized by this, and to his family and the rest of the nation, we apologize for showing the Minnesota Vikings tight end Ashanti Shanko's speckle on national televised football broadcasting.
There you go.
I thought it was like in the middle of the game. All of a sudden, this tube just started dropping to the...
What, he
to
didn't
the
tie up his
turf.
pants enough?
I don't
and,
know.
you know?
Maybe he didn't zip his fly, halftime. He took a big squirt. And,
Wow.
and then after being, tackled by a couple of Detroit Vikings, who we kidding? They ain't tackling anyone.
Yeah,
That maybe it fell out or something. That would have been something interesting. In the locker room, you get what you get. You go in the locker room after the game,
but
you get what's coming to you.
But don't they kind of prep the players and say, we're going to have live cameras in here, so make sure that you have the
If
little
I was a player, I'd
towels
be like,
on.
listen, I got a shower after a game. You want to come in our locker room, you come with caution. Because I ain't putting any towel up. If I don't feel like putting a towel up, I walk around in all my glory.
That's right.
Just like after the show here, Terry. If any of the newscasters want to tape some footage behind the scenes of the T-Man before or after a show, I ain't putting a towel up for you. I walk around this station nude.
Yep.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
There
And
you
my
go.
nickname is is Shanko. Apologize. Make a bigger deal out of it by apologizing.
Well,
we apologize to our wives that we don't hold a candle to this guy's massiveness. Is that the apology?
No.
Is he a big man? Do they mention if he's
I'm
a
sure
well-endowed kind of... Is it more than just him being a tight end? Because I'm sure Gay Phone Operator was loving this. Oh, yeah, good morning. That's what I call fantasy football.
Yeah, I bet. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Bring on the locker room coverage.
That's the only reason he watches football.
Mm-hmm.
For shots like this.
Well,
well, you know, they have to be...
I don't think it's that big a deal.
Politically correct and do the right things.
And make the apology.
Right.
Now everyone's happy. Anyone who was outraged is now like, oh, okay, they apologized. I'm perfectly okay now. I'm ready for my next schlong.
Okay.
Can't wait to flip on TV and see who's going to have it hanging out next.
Oh, man.
Some text messengers were taken aback by the dump truck guy call in the previous segment, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And they were as curious as I, apparently, because a lot of these texters are taking their guesses as to what cryptic messages, what little private little moment dump truck guy was dealing with. And as you'll hear, amongst the mass amount of text messages we got between the last segment and this segment, Terry, a lot of people have stepped out and tried to take a stab at what dump truck guy is dealing with. You want to hear a couple of those guesses?
Absolutely, I do.
As you know, text messaging is ongoing, never-ending, all through the show at 97373, don't you know? That's 97373. No, that means real-time text messaging, and the reading of your text messages can take place now at any point from this moment forward on the show at 97373. You know. Mike, it has his name here. It texts the following at 7:55 and 37 seconds. He writes, T-Man, I think dump truck guy took out his life savings and bet it all on a roulette wheel.
Ooh.
And that's the depression. That's what's causing the depression that he's undergoing. Because you heard, I mean, dump truck guy doesn't sound right.
No, he
dump
doesn't
truck guy
sound
ain't acting right. Where's that swagger? Where's that dump truck guy can conquer the world attitude?
Yeah. Wasn't present today.
Mm-hmm. 7:55 and 9 seconds, somebody writes, Dumpy had gay sex, loved it, and if people found out, it would ruin his life socially.
Come on now.
The texters are wild.
Texters are wilding out with their thoughts, Terry, but, you know, the guy didn't go through a real traumatic kind of separation of him and his wife, and no, he would not. I don't think. I don't know. 7:55 and 5 seconds, somebody writes, T-Man, the reason he says it doesn't affect Joanne Millionaires is because she wasn't the one that Dumpy raped.
Oh, wow. Stop that now.
So we got everything as far as guesses from listeners, from Dumpy raped a woman, and that's what he's dealing with as far as troubles in his life, to he lost his life savings on black, and he had gay sex with Ashanti Shanko. 7:54 and 28 seconds, somebody suggests that dump truck guy's sorrows are stemming from the fact that he went out and got someone pregnant.
Ooh, now we're impregnating other people, and we're not even divorced yet.
I didn't guess that one with him?
No.
Man, these are some good guesses, actually.
Yeah,
I mean, some of them are.
Some.
That one's a good one.
Yeah, you didn't mention.
Mm-hmm. He did go to Vegas and liked it. I can't rule out that maybe he went over to whatever casino and said, I'm either going to double it up or lose it all. Oh, crap! We've all been tempted. Mm-hmm. Some of us maybe have done that. 7:54 and 16 seconds, somebody writes, for Dump Truck Guy, does it have anything to do with the mafia? Okay, now we're getting a little bit too wild with our imaginations. This ain't New York. This ain't even, I don't think there's any, mob ties or any families in Seattle.
Man, I don't think that's quite.
That's what they want you to think.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
Like you know. Anyway.
I don't know at all.
Let's see. 7:54 and 10 seconds. Somebody writes, T-Man Dumpy's not getting money from his divorce. I don't know if I really even understand that one. 7:53 and 26 seconds. T-Man Dumpy hired a hitman. Oh, geez.
That's nice. Man.
Dumpy got someone pregnant. Is another guess on that?
Another one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Dumpy sounds just as bitchy this morning as gay phone operator. What's going wrong with the world?
Wow. I don't think I'll like that.
Tell Dumpy I'd rather hear GPO whine than him. This is really depressing.
Oh my God.
7:43 and 28 seconds. Team Vinnie the Pooh was very disappointing inside my pants last weekend.
Oh!
No, I had a bad weekend. I do apologize.
Something you want to tell us or what?
Probably not.
Maybe we should call. Make sure it's actually a female.
If I call, there's nothing you want to lay out there before you get... Because I'll tell you right now, if you tell me what may have gone on this weekend that this texter is alluding to, then I'll leave it at that. But if you say it's nothing, and I call this person, and they start telling me something, don't expect me to cut them off if you have something to hide. Here's your chance to give me a little... If you have something to hide, you better give me a little piece of it right now.
I don't have...
Or else I'll get the whole pie from the texter if they actually have it. That's... I'm not trying to, embarrass or anything. I'm willing to give you a moment where you can hide most of your private little life.
Mm-hmm. I do have a private little life, yes.
If there's anything that you remember happening this past weekend, tell me like 5% of it now, or else I may perhaps be getting 100% of it from this texter when I call. Is there anything you remember happening this weekend?
There is nothing I remember happening this weekend.
Okay, I gave it a shot, Terry.
You did.
I thought if something did happen this weekend, I would have gotten it out of him that way.
I would tell you if something popped up this weekend.
No, you wouldn't necessarily.
I would have told you.
If you hooked up with some girl and then maybe all of a sudden you couldn't, you had no hope in your rope, then, if you were messing around with some limp noodle, you would come running to me to tell me?
I would tell you. I absolutely would.
You would?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, I had the hottest girl on Saturday night.
Just the whiskey took over.
I couldn't draw wood.
Oh, jeez.
It's happened before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hottest girl in the world and you couldn't draw wood?
It was a bad situation.
Oh, jeez.
It's only happened like once or twice.
Well, tell me 10% of it now.
Yeah.
Or else I'll find out 100%.
Okay.
I guess it's happened to the best of us. Not really. Anyway.
You never been that drunk?
I don't think yours involved alcohol. Anyhow.
I can absolutely confirm that mine
Okay, take it easy. We get it. You're so virile. It's the alcohol's fault. Anyway. That's just a little sampling of some text messages and some of their wild guesses.
Okay.
Some of their outlandish guesses as it pertains to Dump Truck Guy's call just about a half hour or so ago. What else are you working on? Yes, they're concerned, but they're also...
Yeah.
They're also letting their imaginations run a little wild here.
Well, but what else are we left to
maybe
do?
not with the gay sex, but all the other ones. Their imaginations are just running in all directions. What else is going on?
Well, it looks like tomorrow is going to be Day Without a Gay Day.
Speaking of gay sex, you're going to roll right into this, huh? What does that mean, Day Without a Gay Day?
Same-sex marriage supporters are encouraging gays and lesbians to take tomorrow off of work or to call in gay, quote-unquote.
Call in gay?
Yeah, call in gay.
Yeah, I won't be there today. I'm gay.
Right. And do volunteer work instead in an attempt to show just how important gays and lesbians are to our country.
Well, this is kind of short notice. I didn't hear anything about this. Not that I'm gay, Terry, but I'm assuming the gay community out there, if maybe they knew about this from months back, but if you really want to make a statement, and that's looking like what they're trying to do here.
Right.
If you're really trying to make the obvious statement that you're clearly trying to make, you got to give a little more notice, perhaps, than tomorrow's the day, call in sick. Well, I got a project I'm working on there at work. His name is Daniel. I'm just wondering if they try this and fail. Wow. If they try to make this impact on this call-in gay day.
Yes.
And it turns out to backfire. Oh, I hate the backfire. If it turns out to backfire, Terry, this could be more embarrassing and more actually... showing the opposite, that they're not really as valuable as they're proclaiming to be. And I'm not saying that's the case, but I don't want this to be all of a sudden thrown together willy-nilly, and before you know it, the day comes and goes, and corporate America did just fine.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying. However...
So Ellen's going to call in gay tomorrow?
Maybe so.
Has she announced whether she's calling in gay?
I have not. I don't know. I'll have to look and see today.
Well, what straight host is going to fill in for her? Or
Or they'll
will there
just
be
have
no
to
show?
do a rerun or something like that. Or not show or show with a big sign that says, today is
Calling
Day
gay.
Without a Gay.
Man,
Day.
who are we going to be missing around this office?
Well, we're missing someone today on Terry Cam. We've already missing our gay today.
Gay phone operator's not on Tari Cam
No.
today? He's preparing for... every day of his life is calling gay, Terry.
He doesn't need a day.
Stay on today and eat.
But he hasn't been on today, so he's a day early.
Well, always a day off, $1 a short, and then some.
Yeah, so. But their website is quite, they have a website so you can go and find information. And it is Day Without a Gay. Call in gay.
Well, I better find some substitute to come into my office after the show tomorrow and shave my back, Terry.
I guess.
I mean, this could be really, I think I'm starting to realize the value. Maybe we'll all realize the value of the gays on Call-In Gay Day.
Right.
So you're telling me that across America tomorrow, there may be, as you look around your office, a shortage of gays.
Yes.
All to make the message clear that you can't function as a society, you can't function as businesses, you can't really do your best work as corporations without the input of the gays.
Yep.
We're going to be throwing our hands in the air and going, okay, we surrender, we need the input of the gays.
I think that you will also find, though, that there are a number of gays or lesbians in the workplace who have powerful positions.
Of course. No one's denying this. No one's doubting this.
I think that's
and that's
kind of
wonderful.
what they want to
why,
do. Is,
why do they feel like they're terribly underappreciated still?
well, I think, yeah,
Well,
and
who
I think it's
doesn't,
that
Terry?
whole, with the whole Proposition 8 not passing.
And I want
all
this,
that.
if this is what they're going for, then I think they better make sure it makes an impact. Because if you do this and you fail, you set yourself back. So that's why I'm wondering whether this is too hasty in their... do they have enough preparation time? Have they put enough memos out there, Terry?
Well, we'll hope so. It looks like it.
Are there going to be enough people following along? Have they done a little sampling to make sure that their fellow gay man and woman is going to be calling in sick tomorrow? Because, as I said, if you try this and you miss, you set yourself back centuries. Centuries!
Centuries. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see tomorrow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No gay phone operator on Terry Cam this morning.
This morning.
And no hotshot Scott in the studio today. Huh. Are they getting their big banners ready? What do they do? Where are they? What's going on here?
I don't know.
It's tomorrow, right?
It is
You sure
tomorrow.
that wasn't yesterday's story and it's today?
No, it's tomorrow.
Because Hotshot didn't call in a gay, Terry, but he called in. He needed the day off.
I know.
I don't know what's going on out there. Well, let me ask some of our gay listeners. Are you just hearing about this now? Were you aware of this? I'm hoping that if it's going to make the impact, I'm saying this a number of times now, that they wanted to make, that every gay person knew about this before they're hearing about it from Terry right now. Because I heard nothing about this, Terry, but I'm not gay.
Right.
All right?
Gotcha.
And if you are gay, first of all, what I want to know about is, have you known about this for a while so that you can make the preparations to... Cause let's be honest, you just can't... I mean, I guess you can just call in sick whenever you want, but...
Sure.
You know, as you said...
But if you're making a stand...
High, powerful positions,
Right.
you can't just...
Right.
You might want to give a little notice that you're calling in a gay.
Calling in a gay.
I'm calling in a gay next Tuesday. I'll be a gay. Are you, A, aware of this before Terry just filled you in? And... are you going to take the day to be in line with your fellow gay brothers and sisters? Or are they on their own? I'm gay, but I'm going to work tomorrow. Is there any of that out there? Or if for some reason you're not gay and you plan to take tomorrow as a vacation day, are you worried what they're going to be talking about you around the office?
Wow. Wow. Didn't think about that.
Well, that's something else to consider.
That is something to consider.
You're giving this gay day thing a lot of
I wanted to go to the Wednesday market with my family. Right. I'm going to come back and everyone thinks I'm a homo. Maybe I shouldn't take off tomorrow.
But the other thing, too, is, I mean, it is for those who may not necessarily be gay, but do support the gays and lesbians.
Oh, so now the support. Now if you go to work, you're not a supporter of gays and lesbians. So if I show up at work tomorrow, you anti-gay bastard.
You are.
I don't see that in the statement,
But
Terry, that
that's-
they're
I
expecting
know.
all supporters to not show up to work.
But that's kind of, if you go to the website, that's kind of the whole
What they're
thing.
asking? They're asking
Yes.
supporters of
supporters.
Wow,
not only
well, I'm a
supporters, but
supporter of the
also
gay lesbian
gays
community.
and
Now I got to take
lesbians.
off work tomorrow?
Yeah, you do.
All right, talk me into it.
Okay.
Denise, you're on the air. Hello, 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. Are you sure this is true, Terry?
Yes.
You didn't just write this down
I
and make it up?
didn't.
Because you believe everything you read. Maybe you just
I
wrote it down
do.
yourself and just started this whole firestorm of gayness.
Firestorm of gayness.
186. I know we're late, Pasty. We're going to have to be late on this one. I want to talk to some people out there and find out more about this. I knew nothing about this. I'm either completely not in the know on this, or this is a little bit coming together at the last minute and a little hasty
Well,
here.
yeah, well.
Is this the first time
This
they're
is
doing
the first I've heard of it.
Is this the first year they're doing this?
Yes.
Denise, 1-866-663-T-Man is a toll-free number, 1-866-663-8626. Denise, you're on the air.
Oh, hi.
I would like your perspective. Whatever your thoughts are on this, whether you're talking about yourself, whether you're talking about your workplace, whether you're talking about your opinion as it pertains to this as a heterosexual person, whatever your thought is, ladies and gentlemen, please call in now. Yes, Denise.
Well, actually, I'm a flight attendant for an airline. And,
Are you gay? Are you gay?
I'm not, but
Are
I
you
do
not?
support all my fellow flight
Well,
attendants.
you obviously are a gay hater if you show up at work tomorrow. I mean, is that what you have to worry
I
about
don't
now?
plan on going to work tomorrow.
Wow, you could even buy a T-shirt off their site.
You don't plan on going to work tomorrow?
I don't.
Uh-huh.
I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so it works out good for me.
Oh, you don't have to go. Okay, the pressure's off you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to call and put my 2 cents in. I thought that would be great.
And where were your 2 cents at again? I think I only got 1 cent there. I have to make
Where do you want
change.
him to go?
What was your comment?
I said, where do you want him to go?
Where do you want who to go?
Your
my 2 cents.
Your 2 cents.
What was it? I'm really
My
confused.
2 cents is that a lot of my fellow flight attendants should,
Oh.
they should call in sick tomorrow.
But isn't it true if one flight attendant calls in sick that the whole plane pretty much is grounded or have to wait for like a new crew member? It takes like an hour. Like I've been in airports where they're like, one crew member is late and we can't leave without her, and this means it's going to be a 6-hour delay.
But we do have a lot of reserves that can take care of that. But for the most part, it would just prove their point. Because, if it delayed flights, they would really make a point there.
Yep. How important they are in the workplace, and that's their point.
All right, well, I already got somebody on the line here, Terry. Thank you for the call, Denise, whatever your name was. And already, I'm seeing on the call board at least one, maybe more, gay members of our listening audience that knew nothing about this.
Really?
That's right. Julia knew nothing about this. As queer as they come, Terry, knew nothing. Julia, hi. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful, and I'm glad you're as well. Why? Yeah, I'm kind of a guy who keeps tabs on the world. I like to keep up on all current events, all pop culture kind of things. This would fall into that category, in my opinion, of popular culture, news, human interest type of stuff. Why are you just hearing about this now?
I don't know. I think that's interesting. I have a lot of friends in the gay and lesbian community, and
you
no
don't
one
think
has mentioned this. No, I mean, I have a partner who didn't mention anything about it, and I know we won't be staying home from work tomorrow. I think that sends a message that we're irresponsible.
Do you think maybe this is just some, everyone's got a blog out there these days.
No.
Everyone's got a website. How do you know how widespread, how do you know how mainstream, maybe is a better word, how do you know how mainstream a website this really is and how impactful this kind of movement, this potential idea of theirs is, Terry? Now you're kind of throwing people off guard. You got Julia wondering if she should go to work or not, and maybe this is just some crackpot, some hole in the wall idea by some, who knows, non-impactful person in the gay community that is, trying something, and that's interesting, but it's really not that big a deal. How do we gauge how big a deal this is?
I can't answer that question.
Julia's friends don't know anything about this.
Right.
What website is this?
It is www.daywithoutagay.org.
Daywithoutagay.org?
Yes. Daywithoutagay.org.
Mm-hmm.
I've never went to that website.
Well, go.
Shocking. You've never been to Day Without a Gay? Does it look like something that was just thrown together over the past couple of weeks, Terry?
It's a pretty impressive little website. Got a lot of information. It's
what website can't look impressive these days? Does it look like it's been visited by more than 6 people?
And plus, it doesn't take that much to impress Terry.
You were already taking the day off, right? Because you knew about this.
Well, actually, now we have some people calling in who have heard about this. Let me talk to Stacy, and you can talk to Julia. Stacy, yes, you've known about this for how long?
I've known about it for a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
Yes.
Are you gay?
No, I'm not.
You're
but
not.
I am a supporter.
You're a supporter, and you're gonna what? It's just like an excuse for you to get out of school, out of work. What are you talking about?
Well, actually, I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, but also the point is not just...
I'm not going to acknowledge my child tomorrow.
It's also to make an impact by not turning on your TV or listening to the radio or doing anything that would help support the economy.
Wow.
Like,
is that extreme?
Money. They encourage you to spend money.
You don't see that on the website?
No. It just says call in and donate your time
What's
elsewhere.
the source of the website as far as geographic location, Terry? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from the United States? Is it coming from Washington State in particular?
It looks like it doesn't say anything about being.
You don't have
from
a contact
address?
I
have a yes, but it's Sean Hetherington.
Okay, but does it have a city or an address to write? Any snail mail or anything?
It just gives thedaywithoutagay.org.
I don't know what you're doing to the people out there, Terry. Now they're in limbo. They don't know what to do tomorrow. Do you show up at work and get, accused of being non-gay sensitive? If you're gay, do you not show up? Do you show up? You're confusing. You're throwing a lot of...
Hey, I'm just telling you about the website.
It's pretty last minute, Terry.
I know it is.
Julia, you feel this out at all? You're any more clear on this?
No, it sounds like the people who are calling in are not gay. They're gay supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not big on not showing up for work for any cause. I don't think that's the way to get your point across. I don't think that's
so. Even if it is becoming a popular idea for gay people in the community to not show up to work tomorrow, you would go against the grain and show up to work anyway.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I
so
want my boss to feel I'm responsible and that I care about my job, and I don't think that it's a good idea to just not show up to work.
If you don't show up to work for, let's say, Martin Luther King Day, but that's a national holiday now, you aren't seen as irresponsible. You're seen as taking a day that pays homage to a faction of your community, and so I don't know if it's not a fair parallel, but at least not yet.
Right.
But taking a day off to pay tribute to your community or your heritage is not seen as being irresponsible for a lot of people out there. So it's funny that you take it.
I agree. I just don't think people would know why I was taking the day off.
Well, again, remember the other part of it
Send them a link.
The other part of it is
sausage.
They're saying that they encourage you not to call in sick just because you're sick or to be gay, but they also want you to call in gay and donate that time that you would be working to other worthy causes, like to nonprofit stuff. To volunteer.
Now, does that have to be a gay soup kitchen or just a regular old soup kitchen?
No, they just say to do volunteer work as opposed to.
I love gay soup.
Right.
Huh?
Do you?
Oh, jeez. Anyway.
And it is, like as you say, in order to show the country how important gay and lesbians are within the workplace.
This is a little last minute, though, Terry. I'm sorry.
I'm just passing on the word.
Maybe 5 years from now, this is a big thing. But tomorrow,
okay, well,
all you're doing is confusing us.
Okay, sorry.
Everyone go to work. Shut up.
Go to the website if you need more.
Unless you tell me otherwise. I don't know. Unless we figure out before the end of the show that this is a bigger deal than it seems right now, Terry. Sounds like you just kind of tapped on into some crackpot's website that's got you getting everyone out there a little confused as to what the hell to do tomorrow. I don't even know what to do tomorrow now. 1-866-663-T-Man. Back after these words.
TheTManShow.com.